Hello, everybody. Today we're going to start a new series, an astrological prediction. And it's going to be really fun because I'm trying to combine two of my greatest passions in life, which are astrological prediction in the Vedic way and also storytelling. At the moment, storytelling at its best in the big leagues, it's the Marvel Universe. So we're not going to be only doing and analyzing characters from the Marvel Universe. We're also going to take stories that are becoming movies and stories at large. So the next video, for example, is going to be Dune, and we're going to be analyzing the charts of the author of Dune and the characters and the artists that play the roles. But today we're going to start with a very special occurrence, which is Marvel's What If. It's a very interesting topic, and we're going to be dissecting the astrological chart. For those of you that are here for predictions, so the prediction of the show, majorly, I'm just going to give it in the first 2 minutes of the video, if you're interested in that. And then for those of you who are interested in the analysis, we'll go the rest half an hour. So just very briefly, what are the predictions that I can see for this show? Well, it's going to be a show about character. So a lot of new characters are going to be established. And these characters are going to be jumping into the cinematic universe. You're going to see them. There's going to be more freedom and more depth in the characters. It's almost like we are going to have the option to explore the depths of possibility in these characters. They're not just here to come and go. This is going to be an ongoing series. Perhaps in Marvel it's going to be the longest one. I do see it going on for a long, long time. And again, I think the characters are going to have a major role to play in the cinematic universe. Seemingly, the stories are exploring a topic, but I do think that there is an overlord. So there's going to be someone they're going to be fighting. It still hasn't been revealed, but in the long run, what we're going to see is that the villain is definitely somebody that is going to also play a major role. It has to do with political and possession. The dragon in this case, or the villain, is going to have to do with acquiring power, but this is going to be like massive power or material power, and it's going to be in a very, very different level than what we've seen so far. What else? It's going to be calling for creativity. There's a lot of creativity going on. So there's going to be new characters being born. There's going to be no surprise that it's animation, and also it's going to be about really honor and dying for what you believe in, establishing what you believe in. It's going to be a story of friendship, of belief in each other, of partnership for the long run, and the very deep role that plays in human life, and also the consequences of our actions and how the previous generation can raise the further generation. So there's going to be a lot of father figures, and there's a sense of family going on. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot of the characters die. So many of the characters are going to be dying so that the new characters can live. And those new characters are going to live forward into the future of the cinematic universe. It's also a series that is going to be a lot about duty and responsibility towards society, or in this case, to the universe at large. So assuming a responsibility and the cost of that, which is sometimes you're going to be having to sacrifice who you love in order for the larger good to prevail. So that's the heroism. So we're going to be truly seeing some heroic stories. Both Jupiter and Saturn are retrograde. So what is happening here is we are visiting themes from the past, but reimagined. So we're going to have different consequences in stories that have already been played out. So if you ever ask yourself, what if we had a second chance? I think this story is going to explore all of that. This year is very interesting because the major sagas in science fiction literature are going to be played out. So we have Dune coming out, properly made. Other attempts have been there, but it's the greatest science fiction story of all time. It's a cosmic saga that has to do with politics at large in the universe. So that's coming out this year. Later on in October, we'll be analyzing it. The Foundation series is coming out by Isaac Asimov. The Matrix comes out, and now Marvel is expanding into the multiverse. So if you think about it, the last time that we were expanded in that way in our storytelling capability was The Matrix. That was in 1999. We'll be analyzing that movie as well. And that blew the world's mind. It took us to the next level. Then we had Avengers Endgame. We had a cosmic villain. So that all happened while Rahu was in Gemini. And we had the eclipse in Sagittarius, so that's why Thanos came around. And then before that, we had Star Wars Saga. So now, in this year, is going to be another leap forward. We think it's entertainment, but it's actually the collective unconscious throwing us at us the next challenge. All of this is coming because I believe that the challenges that are going to be coming to this world are going to be of the size of our imagination. So the movies are prompting us to expand our mind and our consciousness into taking our roles into this life. So they're not just movies. This is the collective unconsciousness throwing at us the collective dream so that we can awaken up to, our mission in this life. So it's important to analyze and to understand what's going on. For years now, I have been following, the patterns in the cosmos. And, in the major blockbusters, the pattern of Rahu and Ketu, that emerges as the villain. And the pattern of wherever Jupiter and Saturn are, that emerges as either the government or organizations. And, of course, the heroes also are displayed in their mission. But mainly you can see those patterns reflected in the movies. So as we analyze this series forward, we can learn together how we can detect what type of villain we're going to have next. So in this case, I know that Marvel What If, this is coming already from the legacy of Loki. And in Loki, we have the main villain is going to be Khan the Conqueror. So Khan is an emperor. So we have Khan right here. Rahu in Taurus and Ketu in Scorpio. So Scorpio is like a dictator, somebody that understands the underwater or the underflow of things. So I think that there's Khan the Conqueror, and then there's also the Watcher. The Watcher is a character. He's involved in all the happenings of the cinematic universe in a universal scale, but he cannot intervene. So I think in one way he'll become a villain of sorts. So this is establishing the way forward. Now, let's analyze the chart and let's go right into it. So, those are the predictions, so I hope you enjoy them, and let's see how much of that comes true.